And then we thought...
And there it is. One car goes sliding across the infield grass. William Byron, who won his qualifying race here on Thursday. And that will change everything.
Certainly has changed it for that Exalted 24.
Contact with Ricky Stenhouse. Watch the 47 of Stenhouse.
And they had just gotten a run. The 10 gets to the rear bumper of the 13. Little surge of the 47. Oh, he gets to the left side of that rear bumper. And we've seen when you try to bump draft, you need to be either the center or to the right. Oh, it almost looked like Stenhouse was going to poke out and try to go by him and maybe misjudged it, made contact, turned William Byron right around. You know, those guys had so much anticipation after that great duel on Thursday. You know, you could just see as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. moved left, he just caught that left rear of the bumper.
Into the safer barrier that now lines the inside of this speedway as well as the outside. The 00 has crashed here in Daytona. Rookie Quinn Houff. Other cars involved as they come to the caution flag. It'll be the 4th caution of the day, coming at lap 90.
That's the 52 of McLeod.
Away. Let's see what happens here. Left of your screen.
You can see they're coming up to put him a lap down.
Ooh.
Oh, it looked to me like, you know, Quinn just came up a little bit more than what the 10 of Almirola was expecting, and they just touched and ended up turning him into the outside lane. That was a close call for our 10 of Eric Almirola also. Now those Fords had dropped to the back to try to stay clear of all this mess. And you see BJ nowhere to go, tries to avoid that wreck, and then he catches the outside wall.
Riding with Kyle Larson. Credit one onboard camera.
I just really think Eric Almirola expected Quinn Houff to stay lower off of that corner, and he was just going to get to his outside, side draft him, and go right on by.
So 90 laps complete under caution for the 4th time today. Or treble turn 4. One car.
Stenhouse Jr.
Caution. We stay green as Stenhouse makes it to pit road with a lot of damage there. Trouble.
Hey, Greg. Here's the big one. Man.
Well, there goes half the field.
Sure does.
And it's Ryan Newman leading them around.
Jimmy Johnson.
Hopes
in his final Daytona 500.
Kurt Busch, another former Daytona 500 winner. Brad Keselowski trying to win it for the first time, all torn up. Bubba Wallace, Eric Almirola, one of the fastest.
You can see Joey Logano really aggressive to the rear bumper of the 10. He's going to push him all the way up to the 2, and they just, right before the 10 gets there, there's a little bit of movement, and that little bit of movement, when you make that much contact, turns your car right around. That's exactly what happened to Brad Keselowski and the 10 of Almirola.
And that happens right in front of most of the field.
And that really all started with a big push from Joey Logano. Remember Joey Logano talking on the radio earlier about, you got to tell me when I'm pushing that car and it's going to make contact with the car in front of us. Well, that happened right there with his teammate.
Here's our Ford onboard camera with Logano.
You can hear he started to lift, but unfortunately Almirola's car started sort of swaying back and forth right before he made contact with the 2. Hooks his bumper, turns him around.
Oh, he slammed Alex Bowman. And then it's on. And for the second time in less than a handful of years, Eric Almirola ends up being knocked out of a good chance to win the Daytona 500.
board with Austin Dillon. He even downshifted, trying to get that car slowed down enough to avoid this accident.
Riding with Jimmy Johnson, our Chevy cam.
Just gets slammed. One of the cars loses control. I think that was Mark Truex Jr. Came down, made heavy contact with Jimmy on the right side. Oh!
Crash in the back of the field.
Eric
Two
Jones,
cars piled up there.
And Reed Sorensen. Oh, sorry, Timmy Hill.
Timmy Hill, who was 10th after the 20 laps run yesterday, and Reed Sorensen. And caution is out with 8 to go. Bottom of your screen.
Sorensen goes to the middle. A lot of sparks out of that car. I think he cut a tire down.
Oh, it slid right up in front of Timmy Hill.
Yeah, anytime you see that much, those types of sparks, it basically that tire has gone down and now a car is lower down and riding on something, some steel, maybe the track bar adjuster mount. Can he put the block on? Oh, car. Oh, 77.
Right behind you.
That was Ross Chastain. Got down on the apron, turned him sideways up the racetrack.
Straight into Ryan Preece. And we have
involved.
Another multi-car pileup. With 2 to go, we'll go to overtime. There's the Connecticut Kids car.
Well, I knew those cars were going to stall out. You can see right there, Ryan Preece sort of pushes Chastain down onto the apron. As soon as it gets down the apron, he loses control. And heavy, heavy impact to the 22 of Logano from Chastain. Car goes sideways. He tries to correct. You know, those kinds of impacts for Logano, it might not look as big of an impact as what we see some of these other cars because of the damage, but when you get right into the driver's side door and then the passenger side door goes in the wall, those hurt.
That almost looks, Jeff, like the right rear went down with all those sparks and the car just took off.
I think the car, once he came up on the apron, the car just got a little sideways. He tried to correct and it caught the banking and shot the nose over.
I think Michael McDowell made it through with minimal damage.
Ouch. See Christopher Bell go by with some damage.
Let's ride with him and our Toyota cam.
Just nowhere to go.
And we'll ride with Ross Chastain.
Such a run. You're really, at this stage in the race, you have no choice. You just can't lift. And there's only half a car width of room there, and he tried. Oh, cars got loose. Spun some tires. Contact. Is that Boyer?
And McDowell.
Oh, man.
And caution's out. We'll try it again. So here's Clint Boyer.
The 12 comes up to the rear bumper, the 6. Oh, actually, maybe it was Boyer had some contact from behind from the 34 of McDowell. Sent him up into Haley, actually. I knew they made contact. I wasn't sure where that contact came from. Ooh, we saw this the other night in the in one of the duels. Or was that maybe it's the Clash, but one of the similar things where they came to the line and spun the tires with a little bit of contact.
Ryan Newman, that was Ryan Newman spinning the tires, and William Byron, and they both spun off track as they tried to explain it to the outside, to the inside. Here comes Hamlin up the outside.
Wow.
Crash into the wall, into the air goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on his roof, Ryan Newman comes across the line, 4th. And comes to rest. Unofficial. between Hamlin and Blaney as far as who crossed the finish line first. Newman got turned, went up in the air. As he came down, was hit by another car and launched skyward, coming down on his roof. The AMR safety team is there quickly to attend to Ryan Newman. A fist pump from Denny Hamlin, who has won the Daytona 500 for the second year in a row. Our scoring monitor gives us interval to 1/100th of a second. It was closer than that. Denny Hamlin has now won 3 of the last 5 Daytona 500s. Goes to 3rd on the all-time list. 3rd win at Daytona in his 29th start. And the 4th Daytona 500 win for Joe Gibbs Racing.
Yes, sir!
Unofficially, the second closest 500 finish in history.
That's what I'm talking about, baby!
Both of which won by Denny Hamlin. Side by a hushed crowd in Daytona stands awaiting word, as are we, on the condition of Ryan Newman, being assisted by the AMR safety team, who are going to remove him from the car, and he's going to be taken directly to a local hospital. Here is a look at the last lap. Denny Hamlin out in front of Newman and Ryan Blaney.
Yeah, Ryan Blaney gets to his rear bumper. Nothing that Denny Hamlin can do other than try to tuck right into the rear bumper of Ryan Blaney, which he does an excellent job of. Newman gets a pretty good run to the turn 4, but now here comes a huge run by Ryan Blaney, being pushed by Denny Hamlin. He tries to go to the outside, then the inside. They lock bumpers and turns Ryan Newman around. Upside down he goes. Corey LaJoie coming along, making contact.
Just lifting Newman's car up and over. Ryan Blaney finishing second. Blaney tried the top side, tried to get low. Ryan Newman goes around, and the car goes to its roof, and here's the on-rushing Corey LaJoie picking it up and over.